I was talking to a very good friend of mine the other day, and she was talking about some problems that were happening to a friend of hers. And as I was listening to them, as I was listening to her on the phone, a couple of things kind of coming up into my mind. And while we were there on the phone talking back and forth, something popped up on my computer screen, and I wanted to share that with her, and I did. And I wanted to share that with you because I thought it was pretty powerful stuff. And uh, some years ago, Larry King Live was hosting Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft. I think everybody knows who Bill Gates is. Uh, and the question came up: what are you, what are your, the your principles for success? And so this is what Bill Gates said without hesitation. He said, number one, he says, being in the right place at the right time, and most importantly, with the right people. Number two, have the vision of exactly where you want the company to go, and the industry and where the industry is headed. And lastly, taking severe and massive action. And when as I was talking to my friend, I read that to her, but then I kind of applied it to the personal situation of the person's life that we were talking about. And, and I think that we can apply that to ourselves as well. And this is what I mean. First of all, let's take it away from business for a moment, because what's true in business is often true in our own personal lives, or it should be. The first thing is, are we at the right place at the right time? If we are so busy doing whatever it is, building our success, are we striving after this or that? It doesn't make any difference what those goals are. You know, and we're neglecting our personal life, our friends, our family, those that we love. We may love them, but are we losing out on time? And in the situation that I was talking to, was an individual who was missing out on his son's very best activities as an infant. He was so busy working that he was missing out on the first footsteps, and the first, all those firsts that are just so amazing. And there's no doubt that that guy loves his little kid, but it's not, you're missing out on that. And so the last part that Mr. Gates said was very important is, are you with the right people? And that's something that you need to really evaluate. Am I with the right people? Or would you rather be hanging out with a bunch of salesmen or whatever it happens to be, or the guys at the fire station or whatever? Is that where you'd really want to be? If what you really want is to be with your family and to watch your kids grow, you could do something. You make a decision about that. The next thing he said was, get a vision of exactly where the company and the industry are heading. And once again, let's apply that to our personal lives. I think so often and I've been guilty of this as well, we go through life and we just kind of drift along. I think of Forrest Gump with the feather just kind of floating around, and that was the metaphor for his life. But not everybody was as lucky as he was, because he was in the right place at the right time. But he had no vision, and just kind of fell into place for him. So it was a little unreal, except for the last thing, and that was that he took massive action every time something happened. He ran, became successful. He went to war, he ran, he was successful. He did whatever was at the moment. He did whatever he needed to do, and that made the difference in Forrest Gump's life. Well, back to the vision. What do we really want? We've got to know exactly what we want. The old saying is, if you If you don't know what your target is, you're bound to hit it. So we need to know where we're heading and where we're going. And I think those are pretty wise words. But away from our personal lives, that's true in our business lives as well. Being able to develop a vision for your business, whatever that business is, having the right people around you, very, very crucial, and finding the right opportunity at the right time. Timing is crucial, and then jumping on it, not just saying, yes, that was the right thing that I missed. All of that doesn't work unless you take massive, decisive action. And so I encourage you, and I encourage myself as well, to do those three things. And, of course, take action, know exactly where we're going by having a vision. And the third thing, of course, that first thing we mentioned was that be at the right time, at the right place, and be with the right people. And we may not be able to control that completely, but we can control who we're with. Guys, if you want to learn more about developing the correct vision, having the right tools, and learning how to take massive action, visit me at www.easysteps123.com. Until the next time, this is Don. See you later.